I don't like waking up early, but it's kind of a necessary evil for me. After showering, I begin my morning prayer for the health and happiness for my family, friends, colleagues, and community. On the weekends, I like to visit my local BAPS temple. I go there to pray, listen to lectures on how to live a more virtuous life, and volunteer. It's a very peaceful place, especially watching the beautiful peacocks. After I'm done praying, I head to the gym and work out on an empty stomach. I lift very light weights because I want to focus on having the correct form for muscle definition. I prefer working out on my own. The last time I exercised with my older brother, he couldn't stop laughing at me in the middle of the workout. After I finished my set, I asked him why was he laughing, and he said, "I'm sorry, but you look like an old man suffering from severe constipation." After showering again, I follow my skincare routine that works for me after years of trying various fancy cleansers, serums, and moisturizers. Next, I have my first meal of the day, which is banana bread oatmeal with a blend of nuts and seeds topped off with strawberries and blueberries. I then wash it all down with some refreshing coconut water. I officially begin my workday at 8 a.m. I then join my team's daily stand-up call to share updates. In my upcoming videos, I'll be revealing how I landed interviews at tech giants like Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and TikTok without any referrals. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay in the loop. I will also be sharing practical career and life advice I wish I knew earlier, drawn from my experiences and the wisdom of my amazing colleagues at Microsoft. I also want to give a huge shout out to my good friend and fellow content creator, Aaron. It was his encouragement that compelled me to start my social media journey, and I'm immensely grateful for his unwavering support. I vividly recall the day his Netflix show, Surviving Paradise, premiered. He still made time for a weekly one-on-one call. Be sure to check out his work. Links will be provided in the description below. It's time to submit my weekly picks for our organization's NFL Pick'em tournament. I started off being ranked 50th during the first week out of over 400 plus people. However, I have now somehow managed to be in first place with just 1 week left. While currently leading the tiebreaker, the final week will determine if I can maintain my spot at the top. I make it a point to attend therapy or coaching at least once a month, and I'm truly grateful for this amazing benefit provided by Microsoft. I like it since it forces me to be more open-minded and helps me make mental adjustments for a healthier mindset. It's snack time and I'm eating trail mix, peanut butter sandwiches with cinnamon, and drinking some green tea. You might be wondering about my role as a technology consultant at Microsoft's Federal Division. Essentially, I work with a team of developers to build applications like websites or mobile apps and connect it to different data sources to automate certain processes and generate reports. I also make memes. I'm getting hungry again and I'm about to dig into one of my favorite foods for lunch, homemade Crunchwrap. As a vegetarian, borderline vegan if it wasn't for cheese, this meal is a top choice for me. It's funny how some people assume I only eat salads all the time. Honestly, I don't think I have ever ordered a salad in my life. Sometimes I have to eat during meetings, but it's fine. I'll just quickly inhale all my food. After wrapping up work, I head on over to my mixed martial arts gym. The first class is an MMA class where the focus is on MMA striking, wrestling, grappling, and jiu-jitsu. And yes, I'm a bit extra when it comes to wearing protective gear. Here's a tactic for retreating if you ever find yourself on the ground in a street fight and are losing. After we warm up, it's time for the first drill of the day. Sometimes I'm too scared to ask my coach to repeat the drill for the 87th time in a row, but he's always happy to correct me. Thanks, coach. If Charles looks familiar, it's because he also works at Microsoft, and I'll be uploading our conversation in the coming weeks. Right now, he's showing me that I'm doing the takedown wrong, and that in a real fight, he could just elbow me, and that I would be back at Sephora looking to find the right shade of concealer to cover up my bruise. Here's me playing one of my favorite games at the gym. You essentially try to tap your opponent's shoulder as many times as possible without your shoulders getting touched. Basically, it's playing tag for martial artists. Next, we do some grappling drills, and then we end it with some strength and conditioning. I just finished the first class, which was focused more on wrestling and grappling, and now this one is going to be focused more on striking. Time to get back to warming up the body and loosening the hips. Just finished the second class. I'm now chilling with my fellow training partners, talking about life, upcoming fights, and pretty much anything. Of course, we can't forget the post-training ritual, wiping down our gear. I'm really glad to have found such a cool gym with an amazing atmosphere. That's enough exercise for one day. Time to get back to enjoying some Indian food. On my plate, I got black chickpeas, white rice, fried Indian bread, some Indian soup, and a glass of almond milk. At night, I focus on my creative side, whether it's writing jokes or planning content. The quietness helps me concentrate. I still remember using a notepad to jot down my first stand-up jokes just a few days before my debut show at the Second City.
Give it up for Pratik Patel.
I performed in front of 75 people for a little over 5 minutes, and yes, all my jokes were clean. Another enjoyable experience for me is doing improv at the IO Theater. Since there's no scripts, it's all about relying on creativity to come up with characters, storylines, and dialogue on the spot. Now I'm just doing some last minute editing before going to sleep. It's been a long day and now it's finally time to get some shut-eye.